Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Nobody Cares Sports. We are broadcasting to you live from the beautiful and picturesque southern shores of New York City, the one and only town without pity, under a rainy circumstance, doing the absolute best that we can to provide to you all-star game coverage between Snug Harbor and Great Kills Little League. We're underway. I'm Danny Chanod. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Joining me in the broadcast booth once again, rising star in the business, Mr. Scott Sataro from Too Many Topics. How are you, brother?
Hey, Danny, good to be here, buddy. Once again, we got another exciting night of All-Star Baseball here at Great Kills. We thought we were going to get rained out, but it looks like Mother Nature was friendly to us today.
Absolutely. We're going to do our best to get our camera angles situated and straightened out. Shout out to the Chinese bookie working the camera out there today. No better broadcast team in the business. Scott, we have the game underway. One out so far. Great Kills got a pop-up so down the third base line. So one away here. And Tronolone is the guy on the hump for Great Kills. Just going to lower that if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. So we got, they got their second baseman up, James Stern. So,
what do you got? You want me to move something?
Yeah, if you can move the...
You're going to have to stand up.
Okay.
There's no way I can move the computer.
There's no way.
There you go.
There we go. So at least I can tell you exactly.
All right. No, I hear you. So the way that we set it up here today, welcome everybody to the broadcast. Under an impending threat of rain, the president of this fine league here, Great Kills Little League, I'm going to introduce some of our sponsors in just a few moments to get everybody more involved. But just to let everybody know, the president of Great Kills Little League was kind enough to offer up his office to us. So we've converted his office into a live studio, and there was a walk.
Yes, Rob was very gracious, quite honestly. I'm not quite sure I would have did it to us, but he was very nice to
I would have never given up my office. So with one on and one out, Snug Harbor is attempting to get a rally together here. That's number 13 leading off the bag for Snug. We'll have our coaches and everything like that. Big shout out to Coach Althoff from Snug Harbor, bringing the boys down here from the North Shore. It's quite the rivalry developed over the years, Scott.
Oh, absolutely. Snug Harbor's always brought, good quality players to this tournament for a lot of years. They've been a nemesis of Great Kills for some time.
That's I like that word.
You like that?
Yeah.
But I think Staten Island on a whole is, produces some really good talent. So I think everybody, because it's so small, in proximity to each other, that everybody is...
Well, it's funny. I was mentioning earlier to some people, I was like, the kids aren't so much as rivals as the parents are in these parts of town. So, you might see people, hanging over the outfield wall from left to right field around the ballpark as we have a delivery from the pitcher called outside for a ball.
I do see them, and I notice they all have, coolers in their hands. Is that, mostly... water that they're drinking out there?
Starbucks, mostly.
Gotcha.
And due to unbelievable technical difficulties, as the runner taking off here on a pass ball. No, I'm sorry, that's back-to-back walks here, brother. Snug Harbor is about to get busy.
Dylan's got to get it together right now.
So working on putting the sponsors on screen. I got to give a big shout-out to always St. Peter's Boys High School, working to bring up their logo on screen. We've got a special guest from Nationwide Bus Chartering in the house tonight. Nick is going to come on and help us with some color commentary because you already know that we don't know what we're talking about. So help is on the way, dear. Just like Mrs. Doubtfire said, don't even worry about that. Pushing up some sponsors on the screen. So St. Peter's Boys High School, we've got Nationwide, Snug Harbor, the Staten Island Ferry Hawks on board tonight. Ferry Hawks home this weekend, so if you're not at a Little League, make sure you check them out. They're in town, fireworks tomorrow night, so good night overall for baseball in Staten Island.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Nick is a good friend of mine for a long time.
You're going to have to pay attention to the game because I got to do this. No, I'm saying if you could watch the game because I have to do sponsors on my screen.
Gotcha.
So there's just no way
that you can do it all?
unless we enter Nick into the conversation,
that's what I
like
was
tag team WWF.
That's what I was trying to do.
I'm totally down with that.
But you turned me into a play-by-play man there for a minute.
Well, it got out of control because
yes.
the game started. So
Nick, jump in.
Nick,
yes,
watch the game like that.
That's a fantastic way. He's got another view.
See if that works.
That I wish that works.
Can't see home plate anyway, so that's great.
To that one, right? So we can have a better up.
Ground ball at first.
Ground ball, the first steps on first, throws to second. It's off the runner's helmet.
Okay, so.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you introduce Nick from Nationwide.
Yes.
All right.
Nick Santarusso is here from Nation.
How long you know me?
Come on, Santarusso.
Santa.
Do you know how
Thanks
many
for
letters
having
that
me,
are in
Scott.
your name?
Thanks
So,
for having
Nikki,
me.
you know what? I appreciate you being here. You're a long-time Great Kills alumni,
Yes.
right? You had your son play through the system. You had your son play through the All-Stars. So how does it feel to be back here now that your son is aged out?
Feels a little different. I definitely do miss it. And you forgot I was an alumni here too.
I said you were alumni as
played
well
here,
as your
too.
son. That's why I said that.
1980.
Yeah, it was
maybe 86,
early
87.
80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you played with, I think, the manager on the Great Kills team right now, Paul Myers.
Yes.
I believe you and him actually coached together as well, right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I actually didn't play with him, but I think I was in his dance crew. He was a very, very good dancer.
Yes, he was.
Paul Myers
I
was a
remember
good
when we
dancer.
were kids. Yes, yeah. Paul was not afraid to get into the middle of the circle. That's for sure.
Not afraid of a battle.
Speaking of battling, Dylan Trottalone's on the mound here, trying to battle a little outside. So what do we have? 3-1.
Let me look at that count.
Runners on second and third. I wish I could see the scoreboard, but for some reason they don't want to show it to us. Nikki, help me out with the count.
Hold
on the scoreboard that you bought for him.
3-1.
3-1.
He already had 20 pitches.
Oof. So Dylan's got to struggle a little bit here in the first innings. He's up to 20 pitches.
20 pitches with a pitch count. So I think it's 11 years old. What, 85 pitches?
Yeah, 85 now. It's June, right?
So, Nick, we tell you in this business, you got to make love to the microphone. You got to put your mouth
closer?
right up to it.
Okay.
Absolutely. We got bases juiced here, boys.
Yeah, Trottalone's having a little bit of trouble here. So Paul Myers is going to come out and talk to him, try to settle him down a little bit.
So don't
taking
worry
him out.
to all the fans at home that are like, hey, the camera's not moving. Don't worry. I spoke to the Chinese bookie, and he's going to make sure that he moves the camera and follows the ball.
Was he sleeping there? Or
He's
was
used to watching cricket and horse racing, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to be a camera operator for Nobody Cares Sports, we're at Great Kells Little League. Come on down.
The job is yours.
Yeah. Real easy to be a part of it here. No, but I do want to give a big shout out to Snug Harbor Little League. We've got number 13, Zach Altoff. He is the pitcher. Second base is James Stern. DH Anthony Gambino. Also got Jason Yandoli, Sean H. Meister, Nick Chiruli, Joe Burnaby, Colin Donahue, Matt Castellano, Jackson Monahan, Joe Scher, and Connor Fisher round out the Snug Harbor Little League All-Star team, the 11U, out here tonight underneath the lights in Gray Kills. You guys got a lot more technology than me going on over here. Nick from Nationwide.
I came through.
I love it, man.
Came through.
You can come to a game anytime.
So, you were asking me a little while ago what this place looked like 30 years ago. Ask him. He played here, actually, 30 years
Rocks,
ago.
was it?
Yeah,
was
I
it ever
here,
Rocks?
Yeah.
It looked
There
pretty
was
much
no
the way
building in the back. There was, I think,
Frank Cambria Jr. wasn't up there yet?
Nah. My coach was Carl Campatella. I don't know if you remember that name, Scott.
No, I do
Campatella,
not. Yeah, I know
brothers
the
and-
family, sure.
Yeah.
But I was a Mid-Island prospect. Me and President Pascal played together. How about you, Danny? Where'd you play?
I actually played at. I'm not, you guys gonna get me thrown out of here, man. I'm trying to put sponsors on the screen and keep the lights on. But if you want to talk about it, I went to Snug Harbor Little League.
Here we go. It came out.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's coming.
He's coming.
And the Jets are home. Oh, my heaven. 1-0 on the board. Snug Harbor looking ferocious on the base pads. I don't think this ball's left the infield, and they've been nothing but threatening since the start of the game. So 1-0. Told the bookie no mascot for Snug Harbor. Guess you'd call them the Boats. That's a lot of thought went into that name, right?
I could see that.
Get out of here.
I saw smoke coming out. So Dylan's got to pull it together here. He's having a hard time finding the strike zone. Up high.
Another walk.
Is that number 4? Oh, wow, ball 4.
Yeah, I think that.
So this is trouble. 1-0, 2 outs, and bases loaded.
Yeah, it looks like the ball had enough.
22's coming in the game. That's Gano.
Gano's been around. He has brothers in the league, too, because I've heard that name for a few years.
He's got an older brother that, I believe, won the island about 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, say it's a family of baseball players. This kid played with your son?
Yes, maybe in the majors last year, different age groups.
Gotcha.
So
I think he's a very, very good pitcher.
you've got
Very
some
good
information on these kids, Scott. Like, you want to get into it a little bit? Like, our pitcher here. Do you have any information on him?
Oh, Gano? Yeah. So Michael Gano, number 22, he catches also. Would you believe that he's a Yankee fan? Who's his favorite player? I'll give you a guess.
This kid's favorite player?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so bad at it nowadays.
If I said the Yankees, you wouldn't tell me who.
Aaron Judge, I guess.
Who else would it
Yeah, but I don't know.
Who else would it be?
And he's got a toe injury. It's tough to root for a guy that toe takes him down.
No, it's just easy to vote for him.
I guess so.
To root for him. I got a Yankee fan sitting next to me.
Somebody
I don't
asked
wanna
my
say
son
too much.
who
Yeah.
his favorite Yankee play was last year. You know what he said?
Who?
Guy hit him off the back of the neck.
Ron Guidry?
Harrison Bader.
Wow.
Who the hell? That's what the guy said.
Yeah.
Who's Harrison Bader?
It's like a guy that's going to be bagging groceries in a week. That's like saying that's who my favorite player is.
But he did lead the team in home runs in the postseason. So
No,
maybe he knew something.
So, Scott, I'm going to bring this camera around to you guys in the studio so I can introduce you guys. How's that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
All right, so here's your camera over here. I'm just going to bring this mic down a little bit so everybody can see
my
Nick's
pretty
beautiful
face.
mug. Nick, this is your camera here. Say hello to the people. This is Nick from Nationwide, proud new supporter of the network.
Thanks for having me.
He wore fancy glasses for the occasion as well. Tell him thank you for that.
Thank you for dressing up, Nick. We appreciate
I got
you.
a haircut today and everything.
I need one. I need a shave, a haircut, all that. Don't even get into it, bro.
A lot to ask from a barber.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming on, man. And we brought you on because you're familiar with, the kids on the field. And that's really important.
I will do my best. I'm familiar with the coach. Coach Myers also coaches my son's travel team.
So
Maybe that's why they haven't won in the last 3 weeks.
It makes sense.
They
got it. Shots fired early on here. Still just top of
Only
the first
playing
inning.
pole. I'm just playing pole.
So we got 22 dealing here.
Oh, here's a drive
first
up
pitch.
the middle. 1 run will score. Here comes 2. Snug Harbor up 3-0 in the top of the first inning.
All right, these kids have to pull it together now. They can't let the wheels come off the wagon just yet.
Shout out to the bookie for following the ball as it went into the outfield. We're getting better as a network.
A lot of pressure on Great Kills right here. That lost 2 games. They're 0-2.
So this is do or die for them?
I don't know about do or die. It's pool play, but
It's pool play, right?
Nobody wants to be 0-3.
It's double elimination?
No. This is pool play.
Oh.
These kids are hitting baseball.
Here's another base hit. Runner rounding third. Here's the play at the plate. He's out. That's not 3 outs. Was there not a step on the bag? What do you got over there?
No, I can't see
That's the second out.
That's the second out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We just,
No, I can't because the placement of the scoreboard is just not advantageous.
You can't see the scoreboard, and I can't see home plate. Nick can see everything.
Between the both, this is my first
Nick
time
can't see
here. I'm
anything.
trying to just,
Nick can see home plate.
we might as well just leave then.
That's not a bad idea. First threat of rain, we're out of here anyway. Let me just at least put these sponsors on screen, doing my best here. Here's the pitch. Can you see balls and strikes?
No, not too much. I have the screen in front of me.
Well, it's 2-0 right now. I got you. I can see the scoreboard. If the scoreboard operator does his job. So here's the 2-0. And that's outside missing. That's another ball. 3-0.
Yeah, Gano's starting to get a little animated on the mound. He's got to pull it together.
The 3-0 pitch. is a strike, 3-1. What do you see in Gano here? As we got a drive left field, it's going to drop in front of the left fielder for a hit. One run will come in to score, and it's first and third. Snug Harbor is just tagging it on early, and that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it on the road. I mean, if you're a fan of Snug Harbor, you couldn't ask for a better start. Great kills. Are you breaking the glass and hitting this panic button early? What do you think?
Not just yet, but I will say these kids are hitting the ball well. You know, you have to take your hat off to them. You know, both the kids of Trudalone and Gano are both pitching well. They're just hitting them.
Yeah, the thing behind it, too, is a 3-1 pitch, so he was expecting something good as this runner is picked off the bag. He's telling somebody to go home. Will he make it? Donahue tries to make it to second, and he's tagged out.
The runner did score.
But it was a good
that was
play.
A set play.
Yeah.
So the runner did score.
That was a set play.
Big man got it done.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was definitely practiced for the last 30 days.
Yep.
Love it. We'll be back in a second with more All-Star Baseball from Great Kills. Anybody care? Nobody does. But And welcome back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Great Kills Little League finds themselves in a hole on their own home turf here to start the bottom of the first inning. That's right, they trail by a whopping score of 5-0 to Snug Harbor. And here's a drive, a ground ball to the second baseman, fires to first in time, one away. So the pitcher, Altoff, wheeling and dealing to start, one pitch, one out. Now, we are, like Bob Dylan, shelter from the storm in here tonight on a multiple of levels from the weather, one, and from the crowd. It's maximum capacity in here tonight, so you can't really tell how raucous the environment is, but believe me, ladies and gentlemen, it is packed out here on the southern slopes of Staten Island, New York City. The 0-1 popped up to the second baseman. He calls off everybody else and makes the catch. 2 putouts for the second baseman this inning.
More importantly, he's doing it very efficiently. I think, what is that?
Was it 2 pitches, 2 outs? 3 pitches?
I think maybe 4.
That's 2 pitches, 2 outs, I thought.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. My man is dealing.
I was too busy trying to fix the camera.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to do stuff here, too. I'm trying to, I want to start my car. I don't have a car. Never mind. I don't have to worry about it blowing up anymore anyway.
Maybe Cousins are playing. You got an Altoff pitching, and first batter was Altoff.
Yeah, Ryan Altoff. So now we got Ricky Berman, number 15, right? Or is that, no, Harvey
This
Berman.
is Trudalone, number 4.
Really?
And this is the 4 batter.
Yeah, they
This guy knows what he's talking about, man.
He does. Number 4.
Is it Tronolone or Tronolone?
Trottalone.
Okay.
He has an older brother, Peter.
Yes. Yes, they have cousins that play in South Shore as well. They're playing actually on the other field.
Nick, that's the hardest part of this job is getting the names right. I want you to know that.
Is it?
Right? Yeah, you pronounce those names or else somebody will kick down the door and be like, you said my son's name wrong 4 times.
Did you hear what his last name was?
No, I only call him Nick.
He can't even. Cian Russo. You hear what he called me?
No, that was tough.
Santa Russo.
Santa Russo. That's disrespectful. How long do you know this man?
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's tough.
A little bit.
I would just
Quite a
think
lot.
after 3 times meeting someone, you should.
Know his
Yeah.
whole name.
Yeah.
I could spell it. That's the most important thing.
I actually taught Scott how to throw a 3-finger fastball.
He did. That's a true
3
story.
fingers.
That's a true story. Because his hand was very small
Yeah.
when he was a kid, so he had.
Oh, I see.
It's a long story behind that.
I imagine
He
that
takes
there is.
low for ball 3.
2-2 is actually the count, says our scoreboard operator. 2-2 with 2 outs. A runner on second base for Gray Kills. Bottom of the first inning, they trail by 5 runs. Althoff steps off.
Yeah, you know, this guy, him and my son have the most favorite baseball player in Tatis Jr.
Fernando?
Yes, are you familiar with him? Oh,
Absolutely. Oh, here's a drive up the middle. This could get one in, but it would appear momentarily that I believe Paul may have had a piano on his back as he rounded third, so he had to hold up for a hot second.
Yeah, he was going to be out by a good distance.
I know when I played ball, if I keep going here, I'm going to get thrown out, so I better just stay on third, right?
Yes.
Paul did that same thing.
How do they say it? A country mile?
Listen, he may not have breakaway speed, but his baseball IQ is what I want on the diamond.
And I think it was a great job by the third base coach in holding him up there. Is that Paul? I can't see
That's
so
Paul.
well.
Very handsome as well. Look at him. Look at him modeling.
He's got the
right
high socks, by the way. Any kid that wears high socks is all right with me. Here's a dribbler to the second baseman. Fires to first in time, and that'll do it. Great Kills leaves 1 on the base pad, 2 on the base pads, doesn't get it done. Going to the second inning. 5-0 Snug Harbor. Back with more Little League Baseball in just a second. Nobody cares.
Stop, boys, we're not done yet. Is this the clean version?
Guys, don't get hurt. What are you doing? This ain't the ball. Come on. The ones you threw down there were perfect. Yeah, I know. Well, listen. You gotta try it. Whoa, is this your bottle? Bartender. Besides telling the weather. Crushed it.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, let's go.
I need you to do it. I got a problem. It's raining. I got to
Is it on? All right, we're back. Top 3. Little bunt to first. It's Valentin? Is that how you say the kid's last name? Valentin? I think you played with your brother? I mean, with your son?
Yes, he did play. Very, very good ball player. Lefty. I seen
Well,
him.
I guess
I
that's
like
where
the
he's
swing
playing,
right there. It was in first base, right?
Yep.
And Ricky Berman made that play at third base.
All right, so this inning's starting off a little bit better than last.
All right.
1 pitch, 1 out.
2 pitches. Up high, ball 1. Hope he settled down after that first inning. You know, first innings, they get those jitters, and especially at this age, right, Nick?
Yep. Great kills. I believe they're 0-2, and like I said, they
this
need a win here.
Yeah, this is
They
a
need
must
a
win
win.
for them.
I don't
Second
know
ball
how-
up high, ball 2. Gano's dealing. And the 0-2 on the way. Looks good.
That looked good to me, but
Yeah,
he
what do
didn't
you call
a
it, ball
strike.
3?
No, he didn't call it a ball. I know you
Yeah,
can't see.
I
I'm
gotta,
trying to get
Try to get a better angle here.
over here.
If I can stand up.
Yump's got like a delayed strikes.
Yeah,
guy,
well,
you know,
that's-
one of
those are the
guys,
worst.
The little delay guy.
Those are the worst.
How do I get to this area here? Because they locked the gate.
Is that the only other way? Nick, you show him. Nick, he'll show you. That's ball 4. Snug's got run first, 1 out, leading by 5 in the top of the second. Greg Kells has got to put something together here now, make a play. Like we said, this is a do or die game for them. So, Chanod deals. Oh, lays down a bunt. Good bunt up front. Oh, first baseman drops it. Bad break for Gray Kills. First baseman bobbled that one first. Now it's first and third, no out. 1 out.
Watch the coach. Watch coach now.
And now this is just going to get a little hairy for these kids. They got to watch that delayed steal again, as they executed it perfectly last inning. Catcher comes out to have a talk with his pitcher.
Come on, Connor, let's go.
Gano looks like he's set. He's ready to deal. Strike 1. Oh, run down. See, there they go with the double steal again. Safe at home. Oh, what a play. Again, they executed beautifully. Delayed steal. And this time the Great Kills couldn't come up with the play. Now they're starting to unravel. They got to hold it together right now because Gano's at 17. He's all right. First pitch. Strike 1. Yeah, Snug Harbor's laying it on early here with a 6-0 lead. They're coming up, ground ball, foul. How's everything? Everything all right over you guys?
It's raining right now, so is that more
Oh, now we're starting to get a little bit of rain. It's going to have
He's
to...
got to get in the dugout, basically.
Yeah, it's going to hamper a little bit of our production here, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a ball, Scott.
Yeah, up high.
You know, you can't see too good over here.
No, it's just a... So we got two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
I gotta kill
Top
the feed.
one.
And we're gonna have to take a break and come back. And
All right, we're unfortunately weather is hindering our performance here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to make a short break, and we'll be back as soon as Mother Nature is a little bit more kind to us.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're not going to be off the air very much longer. We just got to fix something that's in the rain, and we need to gain access to a part of this facility. So everybody just hang out there, and we'll be back up live in the next 10 minutes.